afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero of Psych, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to a 1 vs 1 on Holotny Ferma. Versus, in these we got Rachd or Rachd, I don't know. I'll just call him Rachd. Fighting here for America, freedom and liberty here for the 3rd Armored Division. Versus in the west we got Nerbo fighting for Germany and Deutschland. Forming up here is the Kampfgruppe Müller. And we got Breakthrough Elite Armored and Fortifications Doctrine here with Infantry and Light Infantry Gun Bulletins versus Mechanized Armor Company and Heavy Cavalry with Infantry, Anti-Tank Gun and Grenade Bulletins, specifically the one for extra range, which is always quite nasty when it comes to the Americans. Kuhlwagen heading southwards there. We got Full-Grenadiers on the way there for Nerbo, whose Sturm Pioneers rushing for the center. Assault Rifles clutched tightly in their hands, ready to shoot down any armies that get too close. Barbed wire being laid down there, Raven heading towards the centre, with more Raven on the way there for Rachd. There goes Sturmpire's quarters are laying down the barbed wire. Scheiße Otto, get into cover, schnell, those Americans shoot like maniacs. Ja, but so do we, and we have a higher rate of fire. Shut up, Jürgen, says the bad guys, we're not. Are you sure? Yeah, totally, I mean, just look at them. Kugelwagen rushing ahead, there we got more Volkswagens away for Nerbo. And there he goes, shooting up the barbed wire, in which case he wasn't actually able to finish. So at least looks like Nerbo is at least not this case using cheese wire. Volkswagen's heading northwards. There's one thing to note there. I mean, with Nerbo sort of movements, he's actually more now going towards harassing his opponent's fuel rather than trying to get fuel for himself, which is a bit interesting to note there, though, of course, a bit risky as well there for Nerbo. If he doesn't quite pull it off successfully, it does mean that Rachd there will be able to rush ahead of him in terms of fuel quite easily. You got more rifle on the way there for Rachd and the 3rd Armoured. Got more Volkswagen there for Nerbo. Kuhlwagen falling back, Sturmpire's got support here. There's a bit of pressure being laid around the fuel points, and we got Volkswagen towards the centre. Rifle ground, the victory point almost done there. Sturmpioneers rushing it, they're supported by the Kuhlwagen, but there we go. Jürgen falls dead. And down to 2 men there already. Not really the best assault there, getting across a lot of open ground towards units, standing still, which means they're more accurate overall. Yes, they're almost getting wiped out here. Kuhlwagen is doing some damage. If you get a wipe there, it should pay itself slightly, but it's not going to do that here. Volkswagen versus Rifleman there. Almost got the fuel point there. Got more Volkswagens on the way there for him. Kuhlwagen grabbing the fuel point. Sturmpire's falling back. Going to try and repair that a bit there. Risky movements there, but again, Nerbo does like to play it aggressively here. Volkswagen saying it's not worth it to support the other squad. Here's the Rifleman go for the Coh point. Basically, Rachd there trying to return the favour there to Nerbo in a brutal and spectacular fashion. Rifleman versus the Kuhlwagen. And he's got the fuel point cut off, so that would certainly delay there Rachd's own fuel, even as he's delaying Nerbo's fuel. We got a 4th Rifle on the way there, so it's going pretty heavy infantry-wise there versus Nerbo. In terms of docks, I mean, none of them really sort of play into it, except maybe a bit here, heavy cavalry with rifle and fuel defences, if Rachd then remembers to use that one. Again, most American players at the moment just tend to use it for the pershing, maybe the ranges, maybe a bit of smoke, but a lot of the other abilities tend to get ignored most of the time. Truck on the way there for Nerbo, so there's going to be a tech up there for the Fatherland. We got S-mines being laid down there, specifically the Schuhmine. Basically, they were also known as S-mine, by the way, just to sort of add to the confusion. But there was also the Sprengmine. Points there being grabbed. Kuhlwagen still needs some repairs. The Sturmpire need to be pulled back for reinforcements soon enough. Up north here, Volks versus Rifleman. Car-9 TKs versus M1 Garants. Up north here, Volks grabbing territory there. In the centre, further fighting here. So, I mean, it's almost, across the entire sort of length of the map here. We got fighting going on, except for the south, where things are quiet, at least for now. Rifleman reinforcing there, he should go for the captain. That is probably what Rachd is sort of aiming at here. El Capitan. And we got Rears and driving tank through here. Volks was there, losing 1 poor soul there before they managed to make it in safety. More Volks tank from the north in the centre. Volks still occupying the rifleman there. The riflemen themselves are bleeding out. And there we go. Taking advantage here to rush the resistance for the cut-off point there. Bold move there by Rachd. Though, of course, that does mean now the riflemen are basically left to deal with the Germans all on their own. So this could slightly backfire, but at the same time, up close, the riflemen have a sizable advantage over the Volks here. So basically running up to them was a slightly less grand idea there by Nerbo. And he does suffer heavily, but in the end, the other squad moves up. And he's almost... Oh, he lost the Volkswagen squad. That was definitely not good there for Nerbo. I'm guessing he was trying to manage too much, and he's returning here the favour to Rachd again. Up here, cut-off point has been secured by Rachd. Volkswagen was there grabbing the point, but he wasn't able to get the rifle squad, so that is not a good trade there for Nerbo. Not a good trade, and he's certainly looking a bit grim here. We got a Battle Group headquarters up for him. As for Rachd, it is, in fact, the captain's on the way there now. A bit late there. Volkswagen's retreating, as they're getting swarmed by riflemen. I'm moving up here to defend the fuel point, at least against us for dumped armies. Losing another soul there to the M1 carbines. 3 kills already, closing in there on Vet 72. Takes another loss there. Joey Bob dead. And we got an MD34 following up here for Nerbo and the Kampfgruppe Müller. Assembled from elements of a Volkskanadier division, supported by elements from nearby Panzerdivision to throw back armies to stop the advance of the 3rd Armoured until further reinforcements can arrive. Kuba and Neb blasting away with 4 kills so far. And there you go, MD34 out. In the south there, Rifle advancing as well. Looks like it's going to root down the Kuban there since they're negative coming. They're easy targets for the Kuban. We got Sturmpioneers and sorts there. So, I mean, Nerbo is constantly trying to pressure Raj's fuel point. And the same thing here with Raj. I mean, he's trying to constantly pressure Nerbo's fuel. So there's certainly a lot of fuel play there going on between both sides here. They're both keenly aware, you know, the other's fuel and, you know, wanting to disrupt it. But they also want to disrupt themselves. So there's a lot of, you know, mind games going on in a sense. We got a flak half tank on the way here for Nerbo. Haven't seen those in a bit there actually. They were briefly popular but seem to have quickly fallen out there since again they do struggle with light vehicles, but perhaps Nerbo feels like he's found some solution to make it work. We'll have to see, but still he's going for the fuel point again. He's trying to delay Rajhi of course from going for Stuart himself. Well, of course, trying himself to ensure he gets enough fuel for vehicles and armour. But in this case, he is able to get out the flak half-track faster than Raj can get out the Stuart because, again, Nerbo has been very consistently denying Raj's fuel points. And that regard, I mean, that's been some good play there. Again, that's one of the things you kind of want to do versus the Americans. You just want to try and stall the fuel as much as possible or somehow otherwise hit them really hard. But there we go. We got the flak half-track out, though. This one, a specific variant that was, like, handmade on the field or field crafted for, I think, for the Fallschirm Panzergrenadier Division Hermann Göring in Italy. That is in 1943, but not really in large numbers. A more sort of common industrial variant would have not quite had the sort of shields falling down the side there. Or would have been equipped with the flak drilling, which was more like, you know, anti-aircraft or aircraft machine guns. I think they took them from like bombers or something like that because they were basically able to upgrade them with better machine guns. And so they switched them out and so used them for ground purposes. But there you go, Captain Nerbo with bazooka. Flak half-track takes a hit but pulls away nonetheless. Rifling up here, flak half-track could try and blast through that here. Incendiary grenade off as well. So there you go, flak half-track ready. And tries to hit the Rifleman with a bit of attack round, but the Rifleman already pulled away there. MD34 halting the Captain, showing he can't go after the flak half-track there with the Captain and his bazookas. Good work there. Kublai fixed up, Sturmpioneer is good to go. Rachd there can very soon go for the Stuart, but again that's going to be at least a 8 to 7 minute, though of course he can use the cap to rush out the Stuart. In the south there, mine goes off, killing several re-echelons. Earl and Bobby go down. And up north here we've got Foster pushing up against Rifle, flak half-track holding back. And Kubani versus Rifle. He's going to lose it though, he's going to lose it to a Rifle anti-tank grenade. And there we go, almost knocked out. That is not going to be saved. We got another Sturmpioneer squad there for Nerbo, while he's also upgrading his Sturmpioneers with Panzerflicks. So I'm suspecting what Nerbo is planning here is basically using his Sturmpioneers for the anti-tank. Basically he's going for 2 Sturmpioneer squads with Panzerflicks. A bit risky, but that's basically going to be his anti-tank and then support the flak half and deal with other elements. That's definitely an interesting approach there from Nerbo. And in a sense does mirror his play there with the Panzergrenadier Rush there with Panzerschrecks. So of course with overall more anti-infantry, of course it's more expensive and also more spread out in some ways. But you know, it still gives him 2 Panzerschrecks which can threaten the Stuart. But at the same time can threaten infantry a bit more. So we'll of course have to see how that fully works out there for Nerbo. But he's clearly again the sort of player who wants to play aggressively and forward. And he sort of tries to fit the best in here with the factions. But there goes Stuart almost on. We also got a mortar on the way there for Raj. Who's yet to go for Doctrine, though neither has Nerbo. Up north there, Captain Rifleman forwards in the south. Looks like Sturmpioneer versus the reassurance there. The Sturmpioneers quickly send those armies backing. Got flak half-track with more Sturmpioneer with Panzerschreck support, and we got another MD35 for Nerbo. Nerbo clearly focused on trying to contain here Raj's aggressive infantry play, which is definitely not a bad idea. In fact, he's going to have 3 suppressive elements. That is the 2 machine guns plus a flak half-track, which is by the way taking heavy damage there. Need to fall back. There we got Volkers moving up. Still got Rifleman holding up the church, so they might want to be pulled back there for reinforcement or get some BARs at the very least. I mean, just like that, they're not going to do a lot there to stop Nerbo. But we got the Stuart up here in the north. Rolling ahead there on its tiny treads. And we got the mortar joining in for Raj and the 3rd Armoured. MD34, they're getting bombarded. Sturmpaniers working hard there on the flak half track. And the south, we got the other Sturmpanier squad moving up. He's probably going to try and push forward with the double Sturmpaniers against the Stuart then. Flak half track, they open the riflemen. 2 centimeter flak fire. Tank through them. That was rather lucky there for the Volksgrenadiers. Both Sturmpanier squads are now within sort of supportive range, though he's still again pushing for the fuel. Again, just that constant fuel pressure there from Rachd. And it's definitely now forcing Nerbo to react more to that and leaves him unable to then push for Rachd's fuel, which is actually completely undefended at the moment. Going to be certainly some tense fighting in there. Going to defend from the rifleman there. Stuart falling a bit back. Sturmpaniers advancing. I mean, he's clearly expecting a Rachd effort, but he's probably not expecting his double Sturmpaniers with the Panzerschrecks. Of course, I have to see where that's working out. Then there you go, right in front here. Otto lands a nice hit. And Friedrich and his unit moves up with the second Panzerschreck as well. Or Raketen Panzerbüchse, as was known as the Germans, besides Panzerschreck. Quick hit there from the camp, but at the same time, units out in the open, the Sturmpaniers are rushing in, so the captain could find himself quickly routed here, simply due to the sheer firepower being deployed here by the Germans. So there we go, double Sturmpaniers with a flak half track, an interesting tactical formation, which in theory does offer a lot of firepower, though of course it is a bit expensive manpower-wise, and munitions-wise. Light infantry gone away there for Nerbo, a bit of light artillery there to support some men. Going for the fuel point again, Rifleman hiding out here, trying to avoid the MD34, perhaps just trying to threaten there. And we got grenades on the way there for Rachd. Grenades. This is sneaking through there. Certainly a lot of back and forth here between these two players. And a lot, again, fuel players. They sort of, again, trying to deny each other their fuel. And lastly, try to sort of race ahead. Nerbo's going to need to take up soon. And it's going to be really interesting to see if he can actually sort of, you know, keep the Sturmpaniers alive. Because it does have a bit of effect. But then again, so with the Rachd effort. So... Rifleman pushing against the Sturmpanier squad here, but in its own, we still got the mortar nearby support. Up north here, Rifleman stopped by the MD34. Flag half track setting up. He needs to retreat the Sturmpaniers before they're wiped here, I think. Stuart setting up towards the centre. Volker's moving up there. Other Sturmpanier squad is back at base for healing reinforcement. Of course, they're taking minor losses, and there you go. Rifleman moving forward. They're going to the flak half track, and they're taking heavy losses there. And we got a unit wiped out. That looks like the reasons were annihilated in the south. Here, a few Volksgrenadiers with Sturmgewehrs cut them down. Rifleman flanking in for the south. We got Volkers coming up there. We got flag capture. Oh, he's pushing forward nonetheless. Smoke pop there. Stuart rushing forward. We got Sturmpaniers. They're still covering. Firing up Panzerschreck, which might cause Rachd there to be a bit more cautious. Grenade off. Volkers retreated, almost wiping them. Light infantry gun misses. Need to get the other Sturmpanier squad forward to the front. Schnell. Hauptmann Nerbo. Rifleman forward, there goes straight into the flak half track as the smoke lifts. We've got another smoke screen down in front of the flak though. Very nice there. Sturmpanier squad retreats. Other one nearby. Pretty risky move there by Nerbo out in the open, but gets a hit there on the Stuart and gets wiped. Oh dear. That's bad. It's really bad. At the same time though, he's harassing through the south here. Perhaps hoping he can draw out some of Rachd's forces there away from his own point. A bold idea there by Nerbo. Might work out here in the... Either way though, Rachd is actually pulling back his Stuart. Perhaps he's worried about something there. Though he easily, I think, could afford to push forwards. Now, there's not so much that can stop it. But there you go, Rifleman push back. Over here, flak half track pulling back with the damaged engine. Veterans 1 and 5 kills. And he's laid down some sandbags. I think he's trying to avoid something happening here, I guess. And he's going for more Sturmpaniers. He's going to try him again for the double Sturmpanier Panzerschreck plan there. He's certainly sticking to it, which is quite nice to see instead of just quickly abandoning it. So I'm curious to see how that fully works out there for Nerbo. But still, neither player's really gone for a doctrine yet. Back at Rachd's base, we've got an anti-tank gun on the way. Perhaps to help with an anti-tank gun, or perhaps with future armoured threats. We've got reactions on the way to replace the one slot. So we've got no weapon racks there for Raj. And we got a quick grenade here then again with grenades. Some players do prefer, of course, not going for the weapon racks. So that means, of course, throwing munitions from grenades. And there you go, Volksgren is wiped. Nice follow-up there, obviously. Mortar still quite a pain there to Nerbo. Another Sturmpanier squad there. Will he get them the Panzerschrecks as well? And he also, I think, needs to consider taking up soon. I mean, he's got the resources forward by now. And there we go. Schwer the Amok Schlepper. Mortar being rushed here by Volksgrenadiers. Stuart, they're quick to cover up there and screen it. Nice work here. Until find the captain up north. In the South, Americans push forwards there. Still no doctor. I mean, if he'd say gone for heavy cavalry, he could lay down some mines, see, which would make it a lot harder for Nerbo. And in fact, punish him a bit there for just going fully Panzerschreck on his Sturmpaniers. So I mean, it could be an option here. Up north, MD34, the defending the northern victory point. And of course, smoke screens there from Rachd. Nice work here. Flag half track, there's the captain. Oh dear. That's a bit risky there from Nerbo. But seems to be working out here as soon as he suppresses. But fuel point lost again. Schwer Wehrmacht slipper moving up. Probably going to be a Schwer Panzer quarters. Captain almost wiped their race and doing support. Flak half track just continue to lay that deadly fire. And we also got a steel pulse squad pushing 40, opening up the mortar point blank. He could steal it here. And he wipes the mortar. Good lord. Time here though for the mid-game analysis. In terms of damage, they're actually really close to each other. Kills wise, so Nerbo is ahead of Rachd here, though only by a smidgen. Not too much difference there again. I mean, he does a larger squad, at the same time he also had some there. But at the same time, he's actually been relying on smaller units like the Sturmpioneers more than most other players, plus the MG34s. And the flak half track obviously has also had a bit of an effect there. So, I mean, it's quite interesting. I mean, it's not the currently usual Oberkommando West play, which again tends just to favour dozens of Volksgrenadiers with Academy efforts being flung at the enemy. This is sort of, you know, trying to make use of sort of slightly less utilised units and utilising them, I think, with good effect, though, again, aggressively. In terms of army value, though, I mean, again, Italy's there, but now it's sort of more like looking much more dominant here for Rachd. Again, he's got the steward, he's got the riflemen, officers, and support weapons. Whereas again, I mean, Nerbo's sort of been struggling there. Again, he suffered some losses, but at the same time, there's also another factor which he's been floating. But so has Rachd, and Rachd again also needs to take up. But at least now, Nerbo is in terms of points held. Though again, Nerbo, then again, that's might also help explain a few things because that does mean he will suffer a larger loss sort of comparatively. I mean, he has been, you know, holding on much more bigger ground. So, I mean, it's not, you know, all bad there for Nerbo. Again, he's got a few more kills, but at the same time, he has suffered quite a bit. There's the Oberkommando West. But it has been helped here that Rachd has been funding resources. They're trying to move for armor fast, or at least go for a second steward. I mean, that would also, I think, give the double Sturmpioneer plan there a few headaches if you say, you know, gone for that instead, you know, double stewards. I mean, that would make this a lot more risky and force them to, you know, either commit with more other elements. I mean, there's a few thoughts there, but, you know, again, he needs to spend some of the resources. Either take up, you know, do something with it. Don't just, you know, float all of these resources at Rachd. And also, doctrine is needed. Again, apart from saying, you know, heavy cavalry just for the field defense. I mean, again, he's got so much infantry, but the only doctrine that really makes use of that is this one. I mean, in theory, he could go for mechanized company for the half track, but that one's a bit, you know, at the moment weak. It needs to be buffed, so obviously I can understand why he wouldn't use it, but otherwise, he could use that to support his riflemen. That would also be pretty good. So it would be an option, but again, I can understand why no one would bother with it, since again, it's expensive and it's too weak in its current state. And of course, there's also armored company, and of course that could work out nicely to an extent, but of course he might not quite feel like that's the current situation. But again, it doesn't quite play into the rifleman at all, but it could work. But again, this one's sort of the one that offers the most play, plus you can call in range if need be, and other bits there. Otherwise, again, heavy cavalry lay down so much and trying to make it hard for Nerbo to push back across the map here, I think should be a primary effort. And of course, try to take up and go for some armor, because again, waiting for the Pershing, for example, is only going to give Nerbo more chance to bring up armor of his own, and that way turn things around in favor of him. As for Nerbo, I mean, you know, kill the Americans, lay down some mines here and there, go for doctrine, get up a Schwer Panzer quarters. Either go for the Panther 4 or the Panther. Panther would be a bit more risky, but longer term, particularly if Rachd is playing for the Pershing, would, I think, be a stronger option there. And particularly keep his Sturmpioneers alive, so maybe get out some Obersoldaten. Doctrinally, he could go for fortifications. Elite armored could work well with a Panther 4 or a Panther. And breakthrough would just give an officer, which could then further boost his troops as an example. Plus, breakthrough tactics would be great in terms of harassing his opponent. So there's quite a few options there for Nerbo. But he needs to, again, try and pressure more on the south. And he needs to try and keep his Sturmpioneers a bit more live against the steward. So let's return to the fight here and see what happens up north. Flak half taking up support here. Turning into those verdammte armies. Interesting enough, he's not trying to grab the mortar. Perhaps he's forgotten about the Sturmpioneers. He's just a bit. So are we going to steal this thing, steal it, or salvage it? I don't know. MD34 holding up the rifle assault through the south here. Flag half track close to it, 72. And there you go, cooking against the Sturmpioneers. He's not paying attention. Nervo's caught up in other. Ow! Good lord, that was close there. Now the rifle actually out and exposed. Oh, they're running out in front of the more windows there. That's a poor move there. Veterans run getting there for the Sturmpioneers. Got the steward moving up here as well. Almost got the rifle in there wiped. Oh boy. Bit close there for Rachd. Bit close. Northern munitions also secured. And a tank and shoots at these Dion Pioneers. We've got troops reinforcing in the south, rapid securing territory there. And Dion Pioneers setting out. Schwer Panzer quarters up there, so that's a flak, if you will, here for Nerbo. Generally, there are a lot of flak as the war progressed, was basically used, for ground, attacks and the likes there. Fun fact: flak 88s, 2 cm flaks, 30 cm flaks. And there you go, we got Orbison on the way here for Nerbo. That's only going to help a bit. We got the Eastern Front, which reports to this Dion Pioneers to retreat. And it's too late here to do anything about the mortars. That should be something here that Rachd can regain. House collapsed. Dion Pioneers sent running, but they're still alive. Got Captain right from Norfolk. He has upgraded his man finally with BAS. He's laying down mines, but that's going to be too late. He's going to have to cancel that. In the south, the flak half attack on the right, though with limited anti-tank support. A quick Stuart rush there could knock it out. Orbison almost done. Right, they're pinned down to the ground. We got the Stuart moving north to support the infantry push. Here's Dion Pioneers fighting heroically against the American tide. Stuart going in for the MD-34 covering the northern victory point. Orbison moving up, LMG-34 on the way. Light infantry gun moving forwards. Captain there getting blasted. Stuart there hunting down the MD-34, engaging and killing. 13 killed so far. Captain holding up here. Orbison doing what they can. Might want to pull into cover there. Morton not recruited yet here by Rachd. That's definitely something you do as fast as possible, I think. And there you go, MD-34 ready, but they're arriving waiting in cover, plus of course the Stuarts, so the Orbison have to fall back there. Sharp decision there by Nerbo, arriving forward into the Schwer Panzer quarters, getting blasted. And the south, MD-34, they're grabbing the munitions point. Smoke screen down, but in this case a bit too late there from Rachd, but otherwise a nice attempt. Over here, troops reinforcing, in particular the Sturm Pioniere, with one squad close to Vetsen C3. Orbison need to retreat, make use of the American smoke screen to cover up their retreats. Nice there. Pack out of Rachd. Again, he's not taking up. It feels like he's playing for the Pershing at this point, but at this point, he's basically giving Nerbo again more time to bring up armor of his own. And again, he's probably going to be expecting it at this point, which of course makes a Panther more likely. And in theory, if he then supports it with elite armor and in the heat rounds, the Pershing's going to have a bit of a bad day. Unless Nerbo handles his Panther poorly, or Rachd turns out to be a prodigy with a Pershing.
75mm gun ready for action.
Because players who just tend to wait about for the big tank tend to not be very good at supporting them, which does mean the player who doesn't just wait for the big tank, but just goes for, regular non-calling stuff, they tend to be a bit more of an advantage. In part because they've probably got a better plan for supporting, like saying a bunch of Sturm Pioneers. In that regard, having two Sturm Pioneer squads also plays in later well with sort of armor like that, so again you can quickly fix it up. Rifleman almost wiped out here, BAR dropped, he could secure it with the Sturm Pioneers and turn that against Rachd. Here, that friendly nice bit of weaponry there, and there we go. Ludwig is now a light machine gunner. But there you go, they caught out in the open, we got grenades off, need to retreat here, flak half track, they're setting up support. Gonna try and draw in the Americans, then gut them in the south. Points being secured here, Stuart hanging about, close to Betsy to itself.
Prepare for combat.
Orbital done setting out. He still has to recruit the mortar, he's just now relying on the pack howitzer, which has already been getting awesome hits against the MD-34 crew. Another kill there, northern victory point almost secured. Captain moving up, and there you go. MD-34 sent running, Stuart moving in. We still got the Sturm Pioneers, but from his one squad, it's not going to last long against the enemy. Oh, he's going to lose it. Oh, pop smoke. Damn close. Sturm Pioneers retreat. Rückzug. Schnell. Oh, he's going to lose them. He's going to lose them. Hits a mine, though. Sturm Pioneers miss. Ah, scheiße. And he lost one squad. At least they didn't drop the Panzerschreck, but that's not really good there for Nerbo. He's going to try and go in for the kill. Pretty risky here, pretty risky, but again, Nerbo tends to, push risks. He's clearly a believer in who dares wins. Dropped the BAI again and lost eventually 3 Sturm Pioneer squad. In this case, the risks did not pay off. And in fact, he's now lost both Sturm Pioneer squads. On the other hand, he can go for the Panther now. and should go for the Panther now. Plus, you should go for some more Obersladen. Nice flank here with the Obersladen. They're getting behind some of his support position, pushing up the centre, even as Rachd is launching a major assault there in the north. He strikes for the support weapons here. Good work there. That we got Rachd got hold up. He needs a bun grenade off. Grenades being exchanged here, like presents. And the Germans, as always, bring the bigger ones, being more generous with the high explosives. Almost got the pack out. There's still the mortar standing about. Panther on the way there for Nerbo. Rachd continuing to go for the Pershing. Got the pack out and the anti-tank gun. Could lay down a booby trap here with the orbital down by the way. That'd be a pretty mean thing to do. But there you go. Rachd basically having a bit of Fuhrer syndrome. He's basically been playing for the Pershing, which is going to turn out to be, well, not very good at the end. Again, sort of highlights a few flaws. They also need to retreat though, and there we go. Very, very quick retreat. Might not be fast enough here. Panther almost done there for Nerbo and the Kampfgruppe Müller. Mine there not cancelled. And there you go. M26 Pershing out there for Rachd. 3rd Armoured Division was probably the only division to have them. And there's also one version called the Super Pershing, which was also shipped to Europe, which is then further upgraded with additional armour. Little fun fact there. Also, one Pershing was actually knocked out by a Nashorn, or Rhinoceros, or Hornisse. There you go, Panther moving ahead here. Needs to be careful. One wrong move, then again. I mean, with support from the Stuart and the Pershing here, could knock it out. MG down. Stun rounds there, but he doesn't have munitions here for the HVAC round still. Vision block, but not stunned here, so the Panther can't get away. We got, yes, it is elite armored here with heat rounds available. So he's ready to deliver the pain here to the Pershing for the fatherland. We also see here that he suffered some infantry loss there. Mr. Rachd, he's again lost resistance, but he's also lost riflemen. Plus, of course, he's lost his artillery, which now means that Nerbo has got both a pack howitzer and a light infantry gun. Might want, well, he doesn't have enough munition for combined arms if he wanted to use it, so that's pretty much, you know, a foregone point. Flak half tack trying to move up north with his jump on his. He's getting more jump on his goods down south. MG34 on top with the Pershing. And his 90mm gun. Panther hanging back there. He might well be trying to push his opponent a bit more with it. Of course, you want to be careful, I suppose, not to get caught by a student and then get wiped up by, say, anti-tank and then Pershing fire. I mean, we can clearly see now he's sort of beginning to lay down mines. Imagine if he'd done that sooner, though. So he's clearly not taking the Panther lightly, and obviously Nerbo is not, you know, assuming the Panther to be the second coming of Christ. But at the same time, though, he might want to use at least a bit more actually than this. I mean, you know, there's a difference between expecting salvation and then using it like a lawn ornament, which is sort of what he's currently using it at. Flak after the hitting edge into there you go. Rob getting blasted by the flak. Fult's going to jump on. He's also ready to push in. There we go. Rob push back. Panther advances on its own. Need to be careful with that. Keep it close to the infantry Nerbo. And there you go. Anti-tank gun shoots and bounces off the 80mm sloped armour. 3 kills there with its machine guns. Mines being laid down there. Gute Arbeit. Pershing sets up, but again needs to keep it recorded properly. And there we go. Artillery shatters the anti-tank gun crew. Switching the jump pioneers instead of finishing the mines there, which he hasn't cancelled. With the anti-tank gun gone, there's certainly also a lot less to support the Pershing. So again, if he rushes it properly with the Panther now a Kednev and then uses heat rounds, he could, you know, do some damage there. Yeah, let's go again for against it. There we go. We do have heat rounds, penetrating hit there against the Pershing. He's got the HVAC round there. If he uses it, he might be able to sort of gain the edge back against it, but he does instead use munitions and something else. Instead, it's grenades at the MG34 on the flank. That's a definite mistake there by Rachd. And that definitely gives the advantage here to the Panther with his heat rounds. Again, he used the HVAC. He probably could have done a lot of damage to the Panther, but instead he fails. Another penetrating hit there from the Panther. Pershing needs to get the devil out of there. This is also again where mines would have been more helpful. Tries to get away here. Anti-tank gun, not recruit. Captain moving up there. And he's trying, I think, to bait it into the mine here. Almost got it. Pershing needs to keep moving. Oh, mistake. And the Panther gets it. The Obersladen spotted it out for the Panther. And the Panther uses range here to knock out the Pershing. And then the Panther escapes. A harsh loss there for Rachd. And the 3rd Armoured Panther rolling back there. Bazookas flying, failing to, well, I think one penetrated, but others they failed. MU-34 there, still fighting condition though, down to Fritz there. Up north, the students going here for the flag after at least hoping to score 1 kill there, even with the Pershing is gone. Smoke popped. And in theory, he could try and get up the Panther there, though if it gets stunned in the Stuart, then flanks it, he could knock it out in its current state. Hits a mine, hits a mine. But still, we'll be able to get away, I think. There's nothing there that can immediately be used to pursuit there from Nerbo. Troops seeing reinforcing, back at base here, Panther being fixed up, troops seeing reinforcing. Close fetching to 1 there on the Panzerkampfwagen 5. And we got another pack howitzer there for Rachd. I do think he should be going for more infantry at the moment rather than another pack howitzer. Maybe some Rangers with the Thompsons would be good. Plenty of work there on the Panthers. Panthers were maintenance heavy and mechanically unreliable to an extreme degree, well, heavy degree anyways. In particular, the early models really suffered from it, the D models. They were quite unreliable. It got slightly better, but even with the last model, the G model, there were still issues with reliability. Little fun fact there. Got the Pershing out there, 2nd one for Rachd. Panther sets out again, close to veteran 2-1. Anti-tank and they're getting blasted. Smoke screen there to keep off the Germans. You need to be careful of that Pershing. Rachd, 4-6. Hurricane there for lands a good hit. You could in theory try and rush it with this Panther almost ready now. But then there's still the anti-tank gun there. But there you go, Orbs are done flanking for the south. Could wipe it out and leave the Pershing more defenseless. But he's going to hit the mine. Oh, dodges it. There we go, gets hit, veterans 1 there. Could go the HVAC rounds, he needs to have the anti-tank gun. Heat rounds again. Pershing almost down. I can muffle flank support here. Almost got the Pershing. He does go for the HVACs and takes it down to half health. The problem is that again his Pershing was already in a bad condition. Already suffered heavily, and there you go. Panther scores its 2nd Pershing kill. Calls up a Sturmtiger. Guessing just for the hell of it. Wrecks the anti-tank gun. Close to 82 down the Panther. Rolls it back and straight into a mine. Right now, if he were to stun it and then try and get behind the Panther, he could probably knock it out. But he doesn't stun it. But again, he's so close to being able to pull it off. But still ends up disengaging. Panther escapes. Sturmtiger moves ahead to support the Kampfgruppe Müller. Now up north here we got MU-34 being flanked, but there you go, flank after the rescue again. Raven advancing. And there you go, quickly setting up. And Raven getting caught right in front of it. And the MU-34. There you go, getting annihilated in a matter of seconds. At this point, looks like the 3rd Armoured is a spent force with 2 Pershings down the drain. And the Stuart almost gone as well. There's a lot of dead men to account for. And there you go, Rachd surrenders. And certainly here by the end, things look a bit more sort of different. Again, close in terms of damage, but kill-wise, again, he was able to be a little bit further of a lead here overall. So in the end, though, Nerbo pulls it off in part because, again, Rachd there again suffered a bit from Fuhrer syndrome, got too focused on the heavy calling tanks, forgot anything in between, which rather allowed, again, Nerbo to get back on the field. In this case, go for what turns out to be a reasonably well counter in the form of the Panther with heat rounds. So again, it did help Nerbo that Rachd wasn't really good as a Portuguese Pershing, which most Fuhrer syndrome players tend to be not very good at. Again, they place too much emphasis on it and tend to forget about all the things that need to make the heavy tank work. Nerbo, not so much. Again, always kept some support near it, I suppose, in a sense. And again, also managed to use the heat rounds, which again did give the edge in terms of damage and penetration versus the Pershing. And again, he didn't really use his abilities, for example, in the first engagement. So there were definite issues there for Rachd. Again, had he teched more solidly, Panther would have been more risky, but at the same time, possibly could have been dealt with more neatly. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. Hope it gives you different matches. If it did, want to subscribe to your friends, share it with everyone. This is Imperial Dane signing off, and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Cheers!